Activism and self-discovery. Today we live in a world filled with obvious dividing lines between what seems to be wrong and what we believe to be right. While this serves to emphasize the obvious belief in separation from oneness, it feels somewhat right and just in the interests of everyone to somehow rid the world of these dark influences that rob our joy and leave us feeling unsafe. We call this activism, and it shows up almost everywhere now around the world. If you're not in this cause or that cause, you likely agree with causes in general. Why wouldn't you if you care about humanity? But separation is a dream believed into existence by the collective consciousness over eons. It is so deeply entrenched in consciousness that it's often defended to the death of the physical body. You defend your country even if you disagree with it. You defend your company even if it treats us poorly. You defend your family, even if you're a poor husband or wife. And most of all, you defend your identity, even if you hate yourself. And almost everyone does hate themselves at some level until they awaken to who they really are. That's what their conditioning is, self-hatred. A successful activism campaign shifts energy and changes circumstances. For example, let's say all the activism campaigns oriented to removing people from the streets, giving them a roof over their heads, food to eat, and clothing to wear, was all of a sudden 100% successful. Everyone would applaud the campaigns, and in general the concept of activism, wouldn't they? But the underlying energy, which caused the condition to begin with, was not addressed, because that has to do with the conditioning of every person on the planet, meaning their attachments, expectations, and identities. Those energies are individual and must be transformed individually by each individual before they cease having an influence on circumstances. What would then occur if such an activist campaign did succeed 100% is that the energies would find another outlet. It's a merry-go-round, and if you choose to look deep enough into history, you'll see these energies snaking their way in and around the planet. Call them self-interest, self-preservation, arrogance, deceit, superiority, unworthiness, hopelessness, greed, aggressiveness, guilt, control, abuse, misuse, shame, specialness, regret, indifference, apathy, and 1,000 more untransformed energies. And these energies must manifest somewhere else eventually. Self-discovery looks within at these causes, these energies, and allows what is ready to come up to do so, and to be felt, and embraced, and transformed. For the ones who choose this fiery, pathless path, the energy they contributed to the whole is now neutralized, and for them, there's a lighter and clearer awareness concerning manifestations that they were once stuck to because of the presence of these energies within. There is a sense of peace concerning these manifestations which are still in their world, but not of their world. In other words, they are free of that particular influence that has to some extent controlled their life experience, and rob them of the natural joy they are. There may be many more conditions to be transformed, but once a person chooses self-discovery, they're no longer attached to circumstances. They know they do not define who they are. They are a witness in the audience, watching the play of life and indeed transforming each condition as it comes up, but not suffering over them. It's the most direct route to freedom or liberation there is, because it sees freedom as a now-moment reality rather than something in the distant future that they must struggle to achieve. Anyone can choose this powerful and simple route now, and still be involved with activist campaigns, but not attached to them in any way.